The first Masters 1000 clay court tournament of the year is fast approaching as the Monte Carlo Rolex Masters draw was just released. I'll break down the early round matches of the draw, potential upsets, and much more here on Grand Slam Tennis News Today. In the top half of the draw, Novak Djokovic may face his Indian world conqueror Philip Kohlschreiber should Kohli make it through his first round match against Thanasi Kokkinakis. The first seed he is projected to face is 14th Gael Monfils, who faces Diego Schwartzman in the first round. However, Joe for a Tsonga stance in Le Mans passed before this Monfils-Djokovic third round could happen. Tsitsipas is Djokovic's projected seed to face in the quarterfinals, but he may have to face familiar foe Daniil Medvedev to get there. Moving down on the top half, we see reigning Indian Wells champ and 4th seed Dominic Thiem with a strong chance of beating the always difficult Martin Klizan, who actually leads their head-to-head 3-1. So this can potentially be a challenging match for the Austrian. Should he get past this match, he could face troublesome Belgian David Goffin, who may have a potentially challenging second-round match as well, as he might face dangerous Brit Kyle Edmund. Thiem's projected quarterfinal opponent is number 8 seed Karen Khachanov, who may have to play reigning Hamburg champion Nicolas Basilashvili in the third round. In the bottom half, Kei Nishikori has a tricky opening round match either way you slice it, as he's guaranteed to face a clay court specialist in either Fernando Verdasco or Pierre-Hugues Herbert. If he makes it past this test, he could face 9th seed Croatian Borna Coric in the third round. Borna has a difficult first-round match as he'll face a player who has had an exceptional sunshine double, 22-year-old Hubert Hurkacz. Either Kei or Borna could meet 3rd seed Sasha Zverev in the quarterfinals, who has a strong possibility of facing rising Canadian star Felix Auger-Aliassime in the second round. The unpredictable clay court specialist Fabio Fognini also looms in that section. Marin, who hasn't beat a top 20 player all year, is the 7th seed, and will, like Nishikori, face a clay quarter in his opening round match, also face either Rio Open winner Laszlo Djere or Sao Paulo Open winner Guido Pella. Should he get past this test, he has a strong chance to play even more clay court enthusiasts as Marco Cecchinato, Luca Pouille, and Stanislas Wawrinka are all in his section. If Cilic manages to get past these giant tests, his road to a first Masters 1000 title on clay doesn't get any easier as 11-time Monte Carlo champion Rafael Nadal resides in his quarter. On paper, Rafa's draw itself seems challenging as he may face compatriot and this year's Djokovic slayer Roberto Bautista Agut in his opening round match. Other tough company also loom for Rafa as Grigor Dimitrov and Denis Shapovalov both reside in the Spaniard section. While there are many highly anticipated popcorn matches in this tournament, these are the ones I believe you should be tuning in for. First is Diego Schwartzman against Gael Monfils. To be totally honest, both of these players aren't coming into this tournament with their best form. Monfils has to withdraw from 2 matches during the Sunshine Double due to an Achilles injury, and Schwartzman hasn't been performing well this year at all. This matchup is still intriguing as both players have the potential to showcase some high-level tennis, and both seem to be excellent on the red dirt. The next popcorn match is that of Fernando Verdasco against Pierre-Hugues Herbert. Like I said before, both are good clay court players with their last meetings going to a final set. This one is definitely one to look out for. The final popcorn match to look out for, and possibly the most anticipated one, is between Luca Pouille and Stanislav Wawrinka. Although neither player has had an exemplary sunshine double, both players always seem to show up on clay. Both have also had success in the past year before, with Luca reaching the semifinals 2 years ago and the Swiss winning the tournament back in 2014. This is also the pair's first meeting, so it'll be a new experience for both players. My dark horses for this tournament are Andreas Seppi, Felix Auger-Aliassime, and Stanislas Wawrinka. While some may be surprised by this, I believe Andreas has a very good chance to reach the quarterfinal round and maybe even further in this tournament. He'll face a qualifier in the first round and will face Karen Khachanov in the next. While Karen is a very good player, he hasn't had the best year, with his best result coming at Indian Wells when he made the quarterfinals. The Italian is also very dangerous on the clay, which can make it difficult for any player to deal with. Felix Auger-Aliassime is my next dark horse, and is actually not really due to his stellar performance in Indian Wells and Miami. The Canadian showcased incredible form on clay early on this year, reaching the finals of the 500 tournament in Brazil. In this tournament, Felix showed that he is pretty much good on any surface, especially on the clay, already winning 6 main draw matches this year on the dirt. My final dark horse of this tournament is Stanislav Wawrinka. Not only is Stan continuously a threat on the red stuff, but he also has a slightly favorable draw minus the tough first rounder against Puig. The seeds in this section, Marin, Cilic, and Marco Cecchinato are both challenging players to face, but Stan can definitely beat both of them if his health allows it. I'll start off my predictions by saying that Dominic, Thiem, and Rafael Nadal will meet in the finals. These two are currently the top 2 clay court players right now, and it's hard to bet against either of them going deep into this tournament. While Novak Djokovic is never an easy player to defeat, I'm just not sure if his mind is just right yet to make a deep run in the tournament. After his Miami Open loss to Bautista Agut, he said that motivation and other mental concerns were the root of his struggles, so we'll have to keep an eye out on him when he plays. Although Alexander Zverev is a favorite coming into this tournament, I just don't see him going very far. His results haven't been the best this year at all, as even this week he suffered a shocking loss in his second round match in Morocco to Ahmed Munar, who in the next round bowed out to Benoit Paire in less than an hour. I also believe Felix Auger-Aliassime will be a problem for the young German, as the Canadian has a lot more match play than he does and a lot more confidence. Should he get by this match, I think that Nishikori will take him out in the quarterfinals, as the Japanese man has been training very hard on the dirt recently and actually beat Zverev in the semifinals of this tournament last year when Kei was on his comeback trail. Now, my other finalist pick comes as no surprise, as the king of clay Rafael Nadal heads into this tournament as a 3-time defending champion. While the knee injury he had in Indian Wells is a concern for some, Rafa clearly doesn't look deterred, as soon after his withdrawal from that tournament in Miami, he has been grinding on the clay non-stop. He looks fit, fast, and ready to challenge for another clay court title. Between Dominic and Rafael, I choose Rafael to raise the trophy at the end of next week. Although the Austrian has beaten the Mallorcan the past 3 years on the surface, I just believe Nadal would be too sharp to handle. The 2 recent wins Domi had over Rafa were in straight sets. I think this is due to Rafa playing consecutive amounts of matches before playing Thiem and was a second or two too slow in the matches that he lost. In both 2017 and 2018, Nadal already won at least 2 tournaments before playing the latter, which I think has a lot to do with these losses. Thiem and Nadal played in the quarters of this same tournament last year, and even though Thiem was off this day, Nadal demolished him, winning 6-0, 6-2. This shows me that when Nadal is fresh coming into these meetings with Dominic, he'll have the higher chance of winning. That's all for this tournament preview. What are your thoughts on the draw? Do you agree with my dark horses and predictions? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below and subscribe and click the notification bell so that you get notified whenever we post new content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you here next time on Grand Slam Tennis News Today.